Hi, everyone. It's Mrs. Schiller. I hope you and your family are safe and you're having a great week this week. Mrs. Price and I talked, and we thought, you know what, before you guys get ready for the summer and thinking about you moving on to fifth grade, we wanted you to continue to practice the get ready, do done method. And we thought it would be fun to do with spring crafts. You can either make those crafts for yourself or your neighbors, or maybe since Mother's Day is just around the corner next Sunday, we thought it might be nice for you to make something for your mom. Okay, so let's review the steps, right? So there's 6 steps really when you're trying to do any task. You can do it with making your bed, you can do it with math assignment, or you can do it with a craft. First, the best thing to do is picture what does it look like when it's done? Really visualize it in your head. Draw it out, picture it in your head, right? 2, what steps do I need to do it? What should I do first, second, third, right? Next, get ready. What materials do I need? You need to make sure you plan that out, especially with a craft. You want to make sure you really think about what are all the different supplies I need. That way you can get it done in an efficient way, right? Fourth, um, that is when you actually gather up your materials and get your space ready, right? Fifth, you kind of plan out how much time is this going to take, right? Do you think I need a half hour? And do I have a half hour right now to get it done? Right? Because with crafts, it's easier if you do it all in one time. That way you can clean up afterwards. And then the last thing is you do it, step 6, and you really think, does this look like what I wanted it to look like? And really assess it. Okay, so the craft I chose for us to focus on this week is a popsicle stick flower. I thought they'd be fun to have either in your room, or I know if I'm a mom, I know if one of my kids maybe one of those flowers, I would really like them. It would brighten my day. So, first of all, we're going to go through all of these steps, the done, the do, the get ready, right? To figure out how to make this craft. So let's get started. Step 1, see ahead in the future and visualize what it looks like when it's done. So I had a picture of this, of what it looks like when it's done. I want us to focus on it. Looks like a flower, right? It looks like maybe supposed to look like a tulip flower, if you know what kind of flowers those are. Looks like the flower part is made out of paper, maybe, and it looks like maybe it's in the shape of a hand, right? So you could trace your hand to make that flower part. Also noticing a stick. That's the stem. That looks like a popsicle stick. And then this part looks like a leaf. Okay, cool. Let's see step 2. Step 2, the do, break it down and plan out the steps. So, I know painting takes a little longer. So, if I had some paint and I wanted to paint the popsicle stick green, I would do the painting part first at my house. Now, if you don't have paint, no big deal. You could leave the popsicle stick plain, or maybe if you had green marker, you could color it. I would still do that part first because even though marker dries faster than paint, you'd want to get the stem done first. Oops, went too quick. Go back. Okay. So you put that aside, and then on paper, either white if you have it, and then you could color it in, or a construction paper that might be colored. I would choose one to make the leaf out of, and then I would choose paper to make the top part, trace my hand, right? So for me, I know I have some colored construction paper at my house. I might take a pink one and I would trace my hand, and then I would take some white paper or some green paper and make some leaves, right? I would trace that around, draw those, and then cut them out. And then last thing, I would glue the handprint and the stems on to the popsicle stick to make the flower. Okay, what do I need? So we kind of talked about that already. I would need a popsicle stick, right? That makes the stem of this. Paper, wider color construction, right? You have to kind of look at what paper you have at your house. Paint if you have it. If not, marker would be fine. They have paint, a paintbrush, pencil, pen, marker, scissors, and glue. All right, now the fun part. Gather up all the supplies under the get ready list. So before I'd get started, I'd find a good workspace. So if I'm going to use cutting and glue, am I going to work on the carpet in my room? No, that might make a big mess. I might want to work on the kitchen table, or might want to work for me on my desk in my room, right? That way I have plenty of room. All right, set a timer where you can see it. How long should it take you? So I think this would take me probably about 30 to 45 minutes to finish it. I like to take my time with crafts. It might take me a few minutes to be able to paint it the way I wanted to paint it, and it might take me a few minutes to trace my hand. If I couldn't find colored paper and I had to use white paper, I might need a few more minutes so I'd have time to color in the flower. Okay. And also be mindful of any time robbers, right? I'm going to make sure that I don't have my phone nearby or a video game nearby, so that I could stay focused and get it done in time. Then the last thing, complete the task by following the steps on your to-do list. Does it look like what we think? And yep, it does. I did a good job. So this week, I want you to do either make the craft that we just went through using the steps, or you could plan or do a spring craft of your own. Below, I have some pictures of some ideas that you could do. This is a picture of a butterfly just made out of paper, and I'm looking at it. Look at the wings. Don't they look like hands? You could use the tracing your hand method and make some wings. Pretty easy. I think you need paper, pencil, and probably glue and scissors for this one, right? This is a Mother's Day card that you could make, right? So you would need some paper, also tracing hands to make flowers. Either you can dip your hands in paint, which is kind of fun to do, or you could just trace out the flowers and color them in, right? Trace out the handprint, whatever you have at home. This last one is a fun one. It's a cloud with some rainbow streamers that I think would be fun either to give to mom or to even hang in your room. Okay, so those are some ideas for you guys to try. I did add a Google form in your remote learning folder, so you could, if you didn't want to do the craft I just went through with the popsicle stick, pick one of these below and then use the get ready, do done method to plan it out for me. All right, I hope you have a fun week. And don't forget to tell your mom Happy Mother's Day next Sunday. Bye, guys.